Before I start this video, I want to thank everybody that like, comment, share, and subscribe. I see it. God see it. Blessings to you and your situations. Just in case you don't make it to the end of the video, I wanted to thank you now. Thank you. And I mean that.
Have a new form of snow called snow rollers formed by nature. This is really weird. I don't know about this. I'm thinking programmable snow.
Show me an elderly person that's going to go back and forth with somebody for too long. Show me that. I want to see that. Show me an elderly person that's going to put a lot of stock and a lot of energy on fighting somebody that's putting them down, talking about them, talking behind their back, saying things about them. What do they do usually? They leave you alone. They ain't gonna call you. They stay away from you. Now, if you're active in their life and they need you for something, you're a caretaker, you're a relative that takes care of them, or they need for something, they gonna put you in your place. It's gonna be real short and quick with them. They gonna tell you what they need and what they're not gonna accept and what you're not gonna say to them and what you're not gonna do to them, or they just stay away from you. They know their days are limited. They've seen a whole bunch of life before us, and through trial and error, they realize that all that bickering and all that back and forth ain't doing nothing. And they know that it's not too much life ahead of them. So they know how to put things in perspective. They're not going to do that. That's why I listen to them. That's why I take advice from them. That's why I watch them. I say to myself, they cracked the code. They know what to do. They laid the blueprint for everybody else that's coming behind them to know how to move. They shrug things off. It don't matter. Leave it alone. Don't worry. Don't upset yourself. These are powerful words that they give you. Take it. It's a gift. Love.
Man Shit Monday, people. So this is Miguel's operation, right? He built this actual trailer. So he can put exhaust, come to you, put your exhaust on, and do everything that you need done. Plus he supplies the flows or whatever mufflers you want. This is his rig.
That could be AI, but it also could be real. Welcome to New Earth. I believe that it was creatures walking around like that. I really believe that.
Okay, so I had to check this out for myself to see if it was legit. If you type in on Google photos of Donald Trump as a child, there is like 2 pictures of him. And I'm talking maybe 3. But the crazy part, and I'll show you the 2, let me see, that's one and that's the other. But I ran these photos through AI detectors. And I know before you think, you may be going crazy thinking, what the Sam damn did I find out? Well, check this out. Now this photo is from ABC News, okay? One of the, most famous pictures of Trump when he was younger. Now this is the other photo of Trump as a child. And I want to tell you, before I show you the results of this AI scan, that many people, I think, that we see in the mainstream, major celebrities, politicians and whatnot, I think there's a bit of tomfoolery going on, man. Like, we may be being deceived on a much grander scale than we may think. So I put this in on Decopy AI. You can check this out for yourself. And it came out 43% likelihood of being AI generated. But this photo was released like decades ago of Trump as a child. And I know you may be thinking, so then AI detector is probably wrong. Well, dude, I don't think we have the full version of AI on the surface of Earth that they do in some of these bases. I'm just going to say it. I think AI is fully as advanced as it ever will be, but we are being drip-fed artificial intelligence. Now, the other thing this reminds me of is, remember this story? 7th grader links Obama to past presidents and kings? And not just Obama, but I'm talking all US presidents have been somehow related in one way or another to kings and queens of the ancient world. So are they elected or are they selected? Are they programmed to particularly follow a certain role? Now, this was from another video I did previously of Trump's fingers glitching out in an official video that was posted on the White House YouTube channel. And it's not just the fingers glitching. Look under his hand. This is officially, you can go look at this on the White House's YouTube channel. Look at the way it all warps. And this is not, go and look at it, I promise. So how much of our whole freaking reality here today is artificial, altered, deep fake, CGI, AI? It's shocking. Of course, this could just be the camera angle and there was a bit of a lens flare or whatever.
I remember a guy told me this in the early 2000s, around 2003, 2004, before anybody was talking about AI. He said that a lot of the songs that we listen to was wrote by AI. A lot of the actors and entertainers are AI. They never existed. A lot of the movies are wrote by AI. And I remember I'm watching Rick and Morty one day, right? Well, I watch Rick and Morty a lot. And I never could understand how could the writers of Rick and Morty go so deep. I really believe that Rick and Morty, shows like Rick and Morty, The Simpsons, I believe that shows like that are being wrote by AI. A lot of the songs are being wrote and performed by AI. We could get AI right now to write a song for us and make it sound like Tupac. You understand what I'm saying? This technology is old. Some of the people that we see on TV, they never existed. Now I understand what that guy was telling me over 20 years ago.
Hidden tunnels everywhere, and this man proves it.
Oh, me and DJ just be exploring, right? Why we just found a secret tunnel next to, like, the White House, bro? What is that?
Washington, D.C. A hidden tunnel.
It is?
They saw too much, y'all.
They probably got an alarm going off right now that it's open.
They will.
Yeah, let's go on the other side.
See, a lot of people get into witchcraft through books, through messing with stuff, looking for knowledge against the enemy, or a lot of people are going through like they know their battle is really not physical and they know it's spiritual, and they start looking for stuff like that. And with the internet, it's easy to get caught up in that stuff. So that's why I tell people, study the word. See, a lot of
You are surrounded by clone hybrid people. Look, some people are programs, which you call clones or NPCs, and some are souls. Many are a mix of both. That's a crypto clone. Heterozygous people. Programs are Rh negative. Souls are Rh positive. Rh positive is dominant. Rh negative is recessive. Rh negative is not a different gene. A gene has been deleted. Heterozygous people show up as Rh positive when tested. Rh negatives are programs that are anchored to the matrix itself. Rh positives can move on to other levels. Rh negatives are designed to be like teachers. They stay, the students move on. All this crossbreeding between souls and programs has created a transplant rejection effect collectively. Negatives are more so physical beings having a spiritual experience. Positives are spiritual beings having a physical experience. Forced crossbreeding has domesticated many aboriginals. Rh negatives are infinite beings. Rh positives are eternal. Big difference. The recessive is associated with pheomelanin. The dominant is associated with eumelanin. Pheomelanin is sulfur-based. It is phototoxic, which means light destroys it. The first soul and program chimeras were created by somebody that wanted to create without the creator, a bypass. The crossbreeding has made billions of us vulnerable to possession. Open vehicles for agents, angels. The Agent Smith concept. Gene splicing with the CRISPR technology is currently possible, yet supposedly illegal. This technology is not new. It has been around for hundreds of years.
Yeah. Why do people always think there is a human being under this thing? No, there is nobody under it too. This spirit is called the spirit of the dark. It operates with a ghost, a dead living.
Some of you guys are throwing the hook here, not keeping that chin behind the shoulder. The shoulder protect the chin. Stay behind the shoulders. So not here.
My mom won't share a lot of details. She just kind of keeps to herself. But I remember there's one story I have to tell you. This one is crazy. And I just recently found out, and I'm probably missing a lot of details. But my mom was an atheist. She said over my dead body that I will join Christians. My dad he was an alcoholic for years. And so he became a believer, started already going that route. My mom was still,
And they were married?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And family, back then, family 9, but back then I think that's just 1 or 2. And I think her friend dropped off like a vodka making machine at her house. She had to go outside the country or outside of the city, and it was illegal. It was interesting because every night out of that vodka machine, spirits came out. There were like mermaids and cartoon characters, like different, she doesn't go in detail, but they would come up close to her face and she'd go, ah, and come back. And it's like every night after night after night. And eventually she got so scared she wouldn't go back into it. And major detail, my father was away on a working trip for a couple of weeks. So he wasn't there to help her. They live in an apartment complex. She was scared to go back home, so she would stay outside for as long as possible before she can go. And so finally she went to my grandmother and she told her, and my grandmother was a believer. And she's like, oh my goodness, you need to go to church. And so she ran to church. That was like her introduction to the supernaturals. But it's interesting, if you drive by like a liquor store, you see beer, wine, and spirits.
Yeah.
Gives you a totally different meaning.
Also tells us in the book of Enoch that the giants were between 300 and 3,000 ells tall. I'll talk more about that. That actually ranges from 130 meters to 1.5 kilometers tall. 1.5 kilometers, that's almost a mile tall.
Wow.
Winchan ZIP-man.
And like I say, it was in the late 70s when they started introducing oral sex. Around about the 90s, y'all went crazy with it. But they used to run for me and say do stuff like that. Y'all run with the whipped cream, ice cream, and everything else with it. Edible patties, everything. So that goes to tell you, Jamal, whoever's name, he freaky. They eating on one another. In my days, what you call a woman built and had it right, you didn't have to suck on her. You didn't have to lap no penis. You had to do none of that. What God gave us, baby, it worked. Our man came and he was packing. And we didn't have to build him up. We had to prime him up. He came ready because he was excited about the treat he was going to get. Today, y'all men don't come ready because, hey, he look at your butt every day. He look at your nakedness every day. You feed a dog steak every day. Every day, he don't want that steak. So that's why they don't have no appetite for y'all. That's why you got to use your mouth because you show your stuff too much. They can't go to the grocery store. They're a naked woman. You can't walk in the parking lot. There go a naked woman. You can't go to church. There go a naked woman. If they ain't naked, they give you delusion of being naked. They wear them skin-tight clothes or see-through dresses. Y'all gonna die for his sex. It's sad, man. That's all y'all is, a big pussy walking around here. That's a shame before God. Y'all have no values. Take that away from you, you ain't a bit of good. I'm glad I come through the era where women's taught you to be women's and men's know what it was to be men's. What y'all call sex ain't sex. Y'all are immoral and don't want to be taught no better. If you know what love was, love will make you horny. Love will make you want your partner. And you don't have to do all that other extra stuff. Just because of love. Praise God.
I gave birth to my son and transitioned 10 years later.
My mom became my dad.
People being disrespectful in comments is, oh, you're still a girl. Your son is gonna have a wild life.
I just told him, just be yourself.
Do you think your transition has had any negative effects on Vari? So when did you two start working out together?
Oh, man. When did we start working out together?
Last year.
My name is Ajay, and I'm a trans dad. I have a son. His name is Vari, and he's 17 years old.
How would you describe your dad?
Cool, energetic, caring, loving.
I would describe our relationship as amazing as it should be, man. Vari's a straight A student. He's a loving friend. He always makes me emotional on this because that's how I look at my child at 17 years old. He's an exceptional young man, and I'm proud of myself to be able to tell myself that, well done.
When I was younger, I called him my mom. I started calling him my dad when I was probably in middle school. He's always there for me whenever I need something. When he went through his process, I was 11 years old.
How did your dad first broach the topic of transitioning with you?
He asked me how I'd feel about it, and I said, if you want to be my dad, you can be my dad because you already dress like a boy anyways. And don't let anyone bring you down. Just do what you want to do.
We went through counseling for 5.5 years, and I think it's very important for a lot of trans people in general to put their children in counseling, to get them more understanding of what they're getting themselves into, because not everybody is going to accept you right away. It was best for him to give me.
I feel kind of weird by saying this, but he didn't look bad when he was she. But I don't want to say that because it's like I'm saying that he looked it good and stuff, and I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he looked it okay when he was she, when he was the mama.
The opportunity to have a choice or him have a choice, and together we both made one, and his choice was first, and then I accepted it.
What was your relationship with gender like growing up?
As a female, it was kind of tough. I was a tomboy. I just wanted to be who I am today. I started transitioning at the age of 28. The best thing about transitioning to me is you looking in the mirror, finally seeing your authentic self.
What difference has him transitioning had on your relationship?
I wouldn't really say it was a difference. I think he's just the same person, just different voice and face looks.
Do you think your transition has had any negative effects on Vari?
I don't think that my transition has had any negative effects on him. I think it actually brought us together stronger. He definitely sees.
I don't know. In this interview, I don't know if he's shy or whatever, but he seemed like he's kind of depressed. You hear what I'm saying? I mean, the energy that I'm picking up. I'm not judging nobody or nothing, but I know his friends look at him funny. I know people ask him like, wasn't that your mama a couple of years ago and now that's your dad? And it really looks like your dad. I mean, the beard and everything. That's crazy how science is nowadays, huh? In the Bible, it said that in the end, you wouldn't be able to tell if a man was a woman or a woman was a man. You would be all confused. And I thought it was about a man putting on a dress. You hear what I'm saying? A woman looking like a butch, shaving her hair. But no, this is totally different. This is totally different. I wonder, could the doctors give them a PP? Or do they look all this masculine without a PP? Do they still have a menstrual cycle? I want to know stuff like that.
It's more of the opportunity of the mother and father relationship. He had an experience of both sides.
Who's sliding into her DMs? A single Spokio search can help you discover who's getting comfy in her inbox.
My friend Lakia is coming over. I always describe her as this happy, wild queen.
Hey, what? Yeah.
You remember when I first came up to you?
When we was at work?
When we was at work.
Yeah.
And you was asking all them questions. You was
oh,
like,
yeah.
You fine.
became friends. We've been friends for a minute.
How would you describe AJ as a father?
A good father, structure, very humble.
What do you think when you see Jay and Vari together?
They got a good bond. They do. You don't see too many people like that. From him being a woman and turning into a man. His son understand what's going on and he's gonna love AJ no matter what.
She plays the role in LJ Vari's life as just one of the spoiled aunties. You know, she just spoils him, man.
Have you ever seen any of the online judgment or anything that they get?
I just feel like people don't know people's situation to be judging or trying to comment on something that they don't know about. You don't know what people went through to be like this.
Keezy, no, for real. Keezy supported me in ways that a lot of people don't get the opportunity to have a hype man. She's like my biggest cheerleader when it comes to the girl.
So how do they do it? With pills? With injections? How long do it take? How do they get the beard? It's guys that don't have full beards like this. Come on now. There's guys who can't grow a beard this damn good. So how do they do it? What's the secret? Is it an entity? Is it science? Is it the doctors? Who is the doctor? How much does it cost? Look, I'm in downtown Long Beach, Gold's Gym, working out. And I was working out around this person for like a year. It was a guy with a beard, a short guy. He was stocky. It seemed like he carried a lot of water, just like him. Same body type. Had a girlfriend and everything, but I knew that something was weird. Like something was different. I'm not going to say weird. I knew that something was different. Come to find out, this guy was born a woman. You hear what I'm saying?
Girl side, you know what I'm saying? I love the way that you never judged me the minute you knew I was transgender. You feel me? You was yeah.
My friend fine. You couldn't tell me this one. What?
I started sharing my journey online. It started out with TikTok. I posted a video and it had 400,000 views on it. The responses that I have to share, with people being disrespectful in comments is, oh, you're still a girl.
Now you have to ask yourself when you in the club, when you out and about, was this guy born a girl? Or was this girl born a guy? This is female to male. What about male to female? I done seen some that look exactly like women. I'm telling you, this is new earth. Everything is different. Everything is confusing. All praises to the Most High. Thank you to everybody that like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.